What up, man? Welcome to episode 120 of the Kickin' Shit Podcast. I am joined here with a few good niggas of mine this Monday morning. To my left, man, it's my boy, it's my partner, it's my dog, it's Mr. Jukebox Johnny, a.k.a. Crown Daddy, a.k.a. El Himador Poppy, the Avion Don.
Daddy, are you on the radio?
What's going on, man?
Chilling. What's up, Kings?
Ain't nothing, man. Shit sounds super low in these headphones. To my right, man, it's your super, the funny, young Picasso is in the building.
What's
James,
up,
the
y'all?
jellyfish, what's happening?
I'm tired as hell, but I'm here.
Hey, man, we appreciate
that.
everybody coming in
We
at 9 in the
appreciate
morning
that,
for
man.
your boy.
Hey, shout out Nike for making some Colin Kaepernick Air Force Ones.
Oh, yeah.
You see these shits?
Yeah, they've been out for a while, right?
I ain't know. This is my first time.
Oh, okay.
But shout out to them, man.
Yeah,
Endorse us, please.
eventually. that's one of those endorsements. You got to be making them M's.
I be bringing in them M's in impressions.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, they definitely gonna fuck with you. Real quick, man, I want to shout out to everybody that listened to the last episode of the podcast. Thank you very much. I want to shout out everybody that tunes in week and week out. We really do appreciate you. I want to shout out our long-time listeners. I want to shout out our first-time listeners right now, man. If you're new to this podcast, I don't know how you listening to this podcast, but we're on various DSPs from Spotify to Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Google Play, Stitcher, and iHeartRadio. We're also on the app called Podchaser. You can find us there. So also YouTube every Monday. Sorry for the lateness last week. I am human. I had a few drinks too many, and when that happens, things just kind of do this all week.
For sure.
So YouTube will be back on Monday. Your boy's back focused. We good. Other than that, man, how you guys doing this Monday morning? How y'all doing?
Man, blessed and highly favored. Nah, I feel pretty good, man. I had to take my kids back yesterday, so it was a long-ass ride. I was so sleepy. I had a headache. And you ever had a headache where you get like nauseous with it?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I got to either take a nap or do something to give me some energy. So I ended up doing both.
All right.
Took a nap and then popped a bang.
You took a nap on the road?
Nah, when I got back.
Okay.
I got back.
I thought you would sleep the rest of the day. You left at 12?
Nah, I left around 3 in the morning. I got back around 1 or 2.
Oh,
in the
shit.
afternoon.
Where is this at?
I had to go to Virginia.
Damn.
Right outside of Richmond.
You a trooper. I will say that. Because that's like, you were up like all day.
Oh, yeah,
Yesterday.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Miles on what kind of car you got?
I did a rental when
shit.
I do
Oh,
that.
you did a rental?
Yeah. I'm like, that's too much.
Yeah, it's a lot of miles in a day.
Yeah.
Yes. What about you, James, man? Talk to me, man. What's going on?
I just been working my ass off. That's right.
Hey, work hard. Work hard for your future.
Yeah, I just been working, taking it easy, me and my lady. Just chilling over here at Casa de McLean's. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all gonna start a YouTube channel?
Nah.
Casa de McLean.
Nah, we not gonna start no YouTube channel. But shout out my baby, man. She out here doing these coasters and ashtrays.
Oh yeah.
These, lady goddess figurines, but she's taking off, man.
For real?
Off.
That's good.
What you
man.
thought? A Shopify, or she just selling to people she know?
That and that she did both.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, she going off, man. So
That's what's up, man. I mean, that's cool to see. I like to see that from the women.
Oh yeah,
especially if a woman I'm dating, I'm like, oh, look at my girl starting her own business.
Yeah.
That's what's up. You want to be supportive and shit. You say, well, we gonna get you some crafts from Michael's, baby. Hey, I'm over here in them Michaels. They got them little things you want for the low. You want me to pick you up some?
Keeper.
I need to start doing that.
Keeper. All right, man. Well, listen, man. This week has been different, so
Facts.
I'm gonna start there. Before we get into politics, before we walk through the week, let's start with the week. Where do I start? So earlier in the week, there was a video released. There was a young man by the name of Jacob Blake who was shot 7 times. Correct me when I'm wrong. He was shot 7 times in the back while trying to get in his car. Now, the stories that I have, from white news sources and black news sources, he was at an apartment complex to break up a fight.
Oh, Lord.
Between his girlfriend, I think. Was it his girlfriend?
I'm not sure who the fight was.
Girls?
But it was between two women from what I heard.
After breaking up the fight, headed back to his car. In the car was his children. And headed back to his car, police, you can see in the video, of following him with guns drawn, pointed at his back. When he went into his car, you cannot see what happens when he gets into his car, but he was fired on 7 times. Bodies, officers in his back. Now, I will say this. This is not one of those cases where we have to mourn the death of another black man, but he is paralyzed from the waist down. So he's been recovering all week. This story will continue to develop because for the first time we have someone who can actually tell us what happened that day.
Yep.
Because most of them don't live to speak. So we want a speedy recovery from him. And hopefully he can get some justice. What transpired after that was another week of protests. Now, protests in this country never stop. For those who think it stopped, it never stopped. And the protest was wide felt. It started on the streets of Wisconsin. When those protests started, there was a kid by the name of Kyle Rittenhouse. This young thug went to these protests with intent to do harm to these protesters. He came out there with, was it an AR?
Yeah.
And he killed 2 protesters. I think he injured a few others. Now, the crazy shit is this man was able to walk with this pistol, with his automatic rifle, through a crowd of police, did his dirt, and walked back through those crowd of police. He was able to get in his car and drive back to Illinois where he lived, where he was apprehended and put in cuffs. And so he'll see his day in court. I'm going to stop there. There's a reason why we protest and act the way we do. They tried to bring up Jacob Blake being I think he had sexual assault charges.
Yeah, he had sexual assault charges, and they called the police on him. The police said they were called because they said he was trying to steal somebody's car keys or some shit.
What you need to realize is police is not judge, jury, and execution. And so for people like Brian Urlacher who think that was okay because he had charges, that's not okay. The way you handle Cal is the same way you handle Jacob. You give them their day in court. You're there to upper hand and defend, diffuse the situation, not be judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah.
So from there, that happens. We see this white man get home, get arrested. He'll get his day in court. I know y'all sick of it. I'm sick of it. I don't want to see it anymore. But I think the thing that shocked the world the most was that the sports world came up and did something about it. They stopped basketball on Thursday.
Yep.
Thursday night's games and Friday night's games were canceled because the Milwaukee Bucks, they refused to play. Now, I feel a lot of different ways about that, and I won't get on that, but they refused to play. Not only did they refuse to play, Mookie Betts for the Los Angeles Dodgers refused to play, and his teammates stood with him. The Milwaukee Brewers refused to play. The NBA players struck for one day and got 7 baseball teams, a whole soccer league to shut down for a day in solidarity. So that's the power of the athletes. The WNBA, they hit the courts with shirts with 7 shots in their back, refusing to play as well to stand in solidarity with the NBA brothers. So that's how the week began. And not only does all of this shit happen, Friday hits, and late night Friday, thinking, all right, man, you know, what else could happen? We lose our king. We lost a young king, man. Black Panther's gone.
Yeah, rest in peace, Chadwick.
And so it's just been that kind of week.
Yep.
And I'm not going to stay on it too long. I'm going to let y'all get it in. But, yeah, we here to make you smile through all of that.
Yeah.
That's the week we had. That's the week black people had.
Yeah, it was been a tough week, man. Not gonna lie. I was, I think Friday night, I was just like, yo, it's been a hell of a week. Like, it's no positivity at all this week. You had the hurricane popping off, killing people. I think the first person that got killed by the hurricane was a little girl. And then, you know, you had the shooting. And And then, Black Panther died. And it's like you never really had a chance to take anything in and, assess your emotions. Because it's like I'm just getting hit back and forth. And then me personally, I'm dealing with, I got to let my kids go in a little bit. So
exactly. And you got your own shit you got to deal with.
Yeah, and then you also dealing with the shit going on in the world. You had the Republican National Convention going on, and they talking crazy on TV, lying about stuff. It's just like, that's one of them times where you got to cut yourself off to deal with some stuff. It truly is, because you never know how shit hits you until you just like, why am I depressed or why am I down? And you just start thinking about what's going on, and you're like, okay, I can see why I'm down and depressed. We got black people getting shot, white people holding guns and being given water, and being told that we appreciate what you're doing, which was, I don't know if y'all saw that video.
Yeah, I seen that.
I'm like, and then 30 minutes later, he go out here and shoot
protecting
people.
his community.
Yeah, I appreciate what you're doing. And then you got the people that just seem to still not understand what's going on, like understand why black people are outraged. And I think for me, that's the hardest part, because like, how can you explain something? Like, how many ways can we explain something to you so you can understand why we don't like seeing it? Because they always bring up the same excuses. It's like, well, white people get killed by the cops too. So are you saying that nobody's lives matter then? Because, are you fighting for that? If you're not fighting for anything, then just shut up. If you upset about white people getting shot, we'll start your white lives matter movement then. But if you just doing something to downplay what somebody else is doing, then just don't talk about anything. And then they say black people kill each other. Yeah, I don't talk about that. I was like, yeah, people actually do talk about black people killing each other. But right now we trying to talk about police killing black people for no reason.
And note to people, black on black crime, it is not a real thing. You're going to kill, rob, and steal from the people in your community. They just gave our shit a title to demonize us further in the public eye. They don't have a white on white crime, Asian on Asian crime, Latino on...
Yeah.
No, there's a stat for us. There's a reason why there's a stat. Yeah.
Because I've seen a video of this white man in some trailer park killed another white man.
We have documentaries on white crime.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, all those fucking mafia movies and shit.
That is white on white crime.
Exactly, man. So, but you get mad when it's black people, or you don't even get mad. You give it a name and you make it seem like it's an issue when it really goes on everywhere. And all these Asian gangs that be fighting each other, it's like they kill each other too.
Exactly.
It's a bad argument, but when you try to explain that to people, they don't hear you. They really don't. And that's the part that's really upsetting to me. It's like, what can we do for you to understand why this outrage is happening? Why the NBA players don't want to play? Why these baseball players don't want to play? And it's like, never try. Like, if you put yourself in someone's shoes and you still can't understand, something's got to be wrong. Something's got to be wrong.
We're not here to teach anymore.
Yeah.
We're not here to teach anymore. It's, you either get it or you don't. I'm not here to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm not here to tell you.
Yeah. Even when my coworkers run to talk to me about the shit, I'm like, I don't talk to them. I'm like, why? You're not gonna understand, because the fact is, if you want to bring this up now and this shit been happening since your inception, and now you want to talk about it, like, nah, you too late, bro. You figure it out on your own.
Yeah, we got information.
Yeah.
My luxury. Most of my people that's in my building is black, so we all get it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a beautiful thing.
I only got like maybe 2 white managers, but I think it's too many of us for them to even say anything about it. So, either way it goes, messed up. You forgot one shout out, Kenny the Jet Smith. He
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Kenny walked off set, man.
Yeah, Kenny
that shit there. I'm not even gonna lie. I caught chills.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
that shit
Kenny
gave me chills.
Off. But it's just been a trying week, man. It's been a trying week, man. And I just don't know.
Facts, man. Don't know. You gotta figure out what we could do to help, man. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Like, everybody gotta pitch in, man. Everybody gotta pitch in. The boulder is heavy, but the more hands we have on it, pushing it down, man, quicker we can get it out the way. I
will say, man, y'all out there protesting, y'all on the front lines doing your thing, man. Y'all been fighting all year, man. Keep the fight up. It's not for nothing. Change happens over time. It takes time. Shit don't happen overnight, even though we need it overnight, but it'll come. It'll come. Also, want to rest in peace Cliff Robinson. He passed away.
Oh yeah, big dog.
Age 53. For those who don't know, Chadwick died of colon cancer.
Go get your shit checked out, fellas.
So he had 4 years of colon cancer.
Because I don't know if y'all go to the doctor, but that's the test that they gotta stick the finger up your butt.
Yes, it is.
And they always tell you either if you don't have it in your family, you can wait till you 50 before they start testing you, or wait till you 50. So like, cause they always ask me, they was like, "Do your dad got it?" I'm like, "No." They was like, "Well, we don't have to test you." So I'm like, "All right, cool." But next time
That's
I
crazy.
go ahead, bro. Shit,
Yeah,
I ain't talking about my sexual endeavors, but it'll
Get it
be
checked.
all right. I'll get through it.
All right. So without any further
Test your boy. Give me the booty hole test.
I mean, some of y'all like the booty hole test.
Nigga be like, "Oh, this is your first time."
You were here last week, motherfucker. What's going
Oh,
on?
look at this nigga. Oh god! If you move your finger in my ass, we gonna fight.
That's what they do.
On a check,
They get up in there and they be
they
like,
gotta do that.
They just gotta find out.
they
They
gotta
looking for
feel
something.
around.
I don't know. It's all good though.
feel around on it like a
Oh,
boy
man's
pussy.
Ass,
I'm sick.
man.
Crazy.
I'm sick. They lube up though. At least they give you the benefit of
Bro,
that.
shut the fuck up.
Nigga put the surgical lube on. Hey.
Oh
that's
man,
terrible.
Nigga be mad as hell. Your
Nigga
doctor
turn
like
them-
6'8", 350, got these big ass gargantuan hands.
I be like, nigga.
Like, nah, bro, you go get the motherfucking nurse, the little Asian nurse. Tell her to come in here and put her glove on.
Hi, Johnny.
yeah. I might like that shit. Like, oh, he's back again. He's back again.
Hey, yo, fam, we going to politics. We out. Yo, this nigga is tripping.
I am done.
Oh, oh man.
Ah, man. So, man, this week in politics and things going on in the U.S. Political system, there's a book coming out called Melania and Me. It's written by Stephanie Winston Walkoff. She is a friend, was a friend of the Trumps and the Trump family. Now she's putting out all the dirt in a tell-all book.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
That's
and
what you
apparently,
want, man.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want to know
No.
his relationship to Grizzling, whatever her name is. Thank you, bro.
But that is, I don't think that's telling it. She sound like she was a friend.
She talking about how Melania don't like Ivanka, who is Trump's favorite daughter, and Melania, of course, is his wife. Is talking about how she had conversations with Melania about how she was jealous of Ivanka and all the time that Donald give to her. And then she also says how Melania is talking about Donald Trump, that she don't really want to be with him. Being the first lady is the thing she never wanted to be. And which I think we can all tell that she don't really take the job serious, especially when you see how Michelle Obama took it and ran with it. And
Michelle Obama set that precedent.
Yeah, Melania talking about I just want to stop bullying. That's what I'm gonna do as a first lady. I'm gonna stop people getting bullied. I'm like, ain't nobody give a fuck about no
that's
goddamn. Yeah. Michelle Obama got women walking, got kids outside playing,
She
eating
changed
healthy.
the health plan for kids in school and shit.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm not going not to be little bullying or no shit like that, because that is an issue. Like, let's not get it all twisted at all. But bitch, that's it. That's your end goal. Stopping bullying.
Because we got
She must have got.
we don't have anything else pressing here in America.
Yeah,
Bullying.
man. It's
Bullying
like
is
really
crazy.
do
Well, I
something.
mean,
Do
it's
something
bullying.
for women's rights or something.
Well, stop the police from bullying black people.
That's
definitely
for
some
sure.
bullying right there.
To this day.
I
For
mean,
sure.
what the fuck? This shit is crazy, man.
For
The
sure.
things on our minds.
But the book is, I think, out September 15th. If y'all want to go read it. Melania and Me. Find out what's really going on in the White House.
Man, sometimes I think them books be some bullshit, and sometimes
A
I
lot.
think they be
Yeah, because it's
spot
like,
on.
what if you get famous and a nigga you went to high school with, you ain't talked to in 30 years, write a book about you, talk about he know your life. That's pretty much kind of what this is.
I mean,
niggas do that every day. Niggas be on it, man. I knew this nigga in high school. He was a bitch ass
Hell
nigga.
yeah.
Oh, nigga, I am a
I remember that nigga was lame.
I knew that nigga in high school. He was a bitch.
And he used to wear crew
He
socks
like,
and shit.
nigga, in high school though.
Hey, yo, shout out to the slouch socks. Y'all remember this shit? You
Yeah,
ever wear
I
slouch
used-
socks?
I
used to
never
have
had
it.
I
slouch
had
socks.
slouch socks. I
used
went
to
through a
have it,
phase a
yeah.
little bit with the
You were
slouch socks.
cool. I wasn't cool.
I was all right. I just had a
Nothing
job.
cool about it.
Right.
I had a job at Champs and I had everything.
First of all, if you went to Vans and you ain't have a pair of slouch socks on, nigga,
Hell yeah.
your ass was getting toasted.
See what I'm saying? You niggas was cool.
The Monday morning slouch socks. You know, they used to have a circle in the.
Yeah, we used to look and see who had it. You used to come through with them cruise shits on. Like, nigga, get them shits out of here, them lame ass socks.
Hey, man.
We were some horrible little human beings,
man.
Bro.
Fucking stuck up kids.
I didn't even have Nike socks. I had white socks. I had regular ass white socks.
And March on Washington was this week. A whole bunch of
March on Washington.
We had MLK Jr. gave a speech. It's a whole bunch of I don't even know what to call these people anymore, man. Civil rights activists, people that's fighting a good fight were out there. It was in Washington D.C. It was white people, black people there. It was just good mix of people there. Everybody had their mask on and things like that. I don't think they were stopping anything. It was so many fucking people, but hey, at least they wore their mask. But it was good to see, man. You know, people came in from out of town, flew in, so it wasn't like a local thing. So shout out to the March on Washington.
Don't they do that every year?
I think this one was like organized by like MLK Jr. and Al Sharpton. I think this was like a little different, but they do have something similar to that every year, but it's not as big.
Got it.
Not that big at all.
That's what's up.
All right.
They were talking shit about that. Like, the politician, they was like, don't be in large groups. But this motherfucker Trump just had a 70-person,
his
70,000 person convention.
Yeah, his convention speech was this week.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
The whole RNC was this week. It was all over the place. It was mostly here in Charlotte. But then, like, Pence gave his speech from Washington.
Fuck that guy.
Trump gave his speech from the White House. And it was interesting. It was like, because last week was the Democratic National Convention. It's just a tale of two different people, man. Two different worlds we live in America. You got an America that doesn't see the same issues. Democrats are like, their main thing is like, let's fix COVID, and then once we finish COVID, we move on to something else. And Republicans are like, we just gonna have to learn to live with COVID. Pretty much learn to live with it. We're gonna have to keep the same way of life that we've been having because we're losing too much money. So it's two different fights. Donald Trump was very pissed off because, well, this is what they're saying. He was pissed off because his ratings for his speech did not hit the same ratings that Joe Biden's speech hit. Yeah, you know, Trump a big numbers guy.
Because it was 7 hours of bullshit.
He was talking forever. I think Joe Biden's shit was about 33 minutes. Donald Trump went almost 2 hours on his speech. Like,
he went 70 minutes.
He was going in. And one thing I give him, people love him. Donald Trump, his people, they like will fight you for him. So I mean, that's one thing he got going for him. Like, I think his fan base or his base is a lot more loyal than Biden's base. Like, I think people just don't like Biden. I think they just want Trump out. The people that support Biden. I think the people that like Trump is like, really that's my guy. Yeah,
he's their Obama.
Man, they was going through the streets about to take an ass whooping for this nigga.
Exactly, man.
I seen some old nigga. I was like, hit that old man.
I remember the George Floyd.
But I was like, man, I need to chill.
The George Floyd thing. It was a couple white people. There was like, hey, I'm just waiting for Trump to tell us what we need to do. If he wants us to go out here and shoot, we're going to shoot.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, that's a different type of loyalty because he ain't going to give a fuck about you. He ain't going to pardon you. He not going to have to come visit you in jail when your ass locked up.
That's a different
type of power. He ain't coming to your funeral when niggas retaliate and shoot your ass back.
Shit. He'll probably pay your bond. You never know. You know him.
Nah, he only pays his people bond, man. That's the
like,
thing
I
these people
never knew the
understand.
guy.
They care so much about Trump, but Trump don't give a fuck about them. Trump give a fuck about his people.
Of course.
I've never seen that guy before. Here's some bail money.
Yeah.
I wish him well.
Take some money out of the legal defense fund.
We don't need it. We got plenty more where that came from. Many more dollars.
That's his shit, too. That nigga got the worst adjectives. He's just like,
ever.
Very, very, very powerful. It's like, okay,
very.
bro.
Did I say very?
Extremely
But, yeah,
powerful.
man, let's get out of these politics, man, and get on to some fun shit.
All right, man. This week in COVID, I don't have much. This week in COVID, I don't have much, man. The U.S. is at 5.97 million cases, 183,000 deaths. North Carolina, we're at 166,000 cases, 27,008 deaths. And right here in Mecklenburg County, 290 deaths, 25,262 cases. COVID is still happening, people. As you go to your day parties and club and do your thing like regular, be careful out there.
Please, man. People still dying from that shit.
Yes.
290.
Be careful out there. All right. So we all watched it. I don't know if you guys have heard. The Russell Simmons doc was released on YouTube.
Oh, that shit is terrible.
Yeah,
For
and HBO Max if you got HBO Max.
If you got HBO Max. But for
Bro,
the people who
gotta-
don't have HBO Max, they released it so everyone can see it. And it's sad. It's sad.
Let me just say
It's
this.
sad.
We
Hold-
gotta protect our women.
Hold on, before we dive all the way into it.
I'm already there. Go ahead.
because we gotta take the listeners there.
Oh, okay.
It was sad to see, man. They followed the story of a young Def Jam exec.
What's her name?
Can you find her name for me?
Yeah, let me see.
Who worked for Russell in
I don't
the
think they ever said her name.
early night? No, her name was something Dennis.
Yeah, okay.
Something Dennis.
You heard her say she was friends with Biggie?
Yes,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
produced some records that we all love. She worked in the music industry for years, and it follows her story and how she got up the courage to finally come out, because she is not the first accuser.
Drew Dixon.
Thank you, Drew Dixon. She's not the first accuser. So, that's what this documentary entails. Damn. And not only in this documentary do we find out about Russell Simmons, we find out that that's the music industry. We also, L.A. Reid was thrown into this.
Oh, I gotta put a name into this that's very relevant to this topic. Jaguar Wright. If y'all don't know who Jaguar Wright is, man, go look this lady up and get this lady her flowers. Yo, she been like talking out against all the like conscious people that we know.
I heard
as,
about
like,
her.
Common, Jill Scott, Wu-Tang Clan, you name it, the Roots, all these people that we look up to. Like, all right, let me just say something about your image. When you put an image out there in front of people to follow, definitely if it's like a conscious type of thing, people cling on to that. And people have, even though you might be a piece of shit, people still put you at a higher standard than what you may think that you are. And for you to use that, you know what I'm saying, and be a piece of shit, you know what I'm saying, it's heartbreaking to hear shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, from Erykah Badu to Mary J. Blige, she was just going in and she was giving her truth. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Anytime I hear somebody like talk out against somebody, I'll be like, okay, well, this person is hurt or scorned. Nah, you believe this woman. If you look at her documentary or her little interviews that she's been having, yo, she talked hella shit about all these people. She say Jill Scott used to be her best friend. She said her and Jill Scott were best friends or whatever. And she said Jill Scott used to take all her men, like all her men. Anytime she dated a girl, a dude, because she dated girls too. But anytime she dated a dude, Jill Scott was right there. Like, okay, well.
What is she exposing, though?
She's just exposing these people are pretty much
I heard she
pieces
said
of
Common,
shit.
like I don't know, like she said she woke up one day and Common was like hitting her with his dick
Yeah.
in her face or something.
And that's wild. See,
And so that ties back into this.
that's wild.
That's kind of what we had with Russell. She says that Russell was pinning her in the office, pulling his
Exactly.
dick out,
Exactly.
basically like forcing himself on her. I think the most telling thing in the doc was when they showed the rape case from '92 in the Barbara Walters interview, because that right there says a lot to me, man.
how they treated, how they reacted.
That's how they still react to rape.
Yeah.
That's how they react, and this is why rape victims don't speak out, because not only do they're not going to get believed from men, but on top of that, women do not help the situation when they also say, well, why would she go there at 12 o'clock at night in that dress?
Facts.
Because
Now,
a woman
see,
goes somewhere at 12 o'clock at night in a dress does not mean she wants to fuck you or get raped.
This is the one factor that I don't understand. If you got raped, and you knew it was rape, and you went home and cried about
Go
that
back
shit.
to the mic.
Oh, my bad. You went home and cried about that shit. Had a whole little, you know what I'm saying? And then you go back. That's the shit I don't understand.
Oh, like why go back to do
Yes.
it again? Why be around that person again?
So let me
I feel you.
Let me try to explain that to
Now,
you.
I know
as
what
best
you're
I
going to
can.
say. I know what you're going to say.
What am I going to say?
Because of the career.
The career, but no, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, well, never mind. Go
It
ahead,
is because of the career. It is because of the career. No, you're half right. I think men don't understand the power that we have. Like, we have power over women. We just do. And in this case, and it's on all levels. That's why we're able to do what we do if we were to decide. Like, we were just in here talking about coercion. You know, like, you're a woman. This is a man. And in this situation, if you fight, you can't win. I'm going to just let him have it. I'm going to get home safe, cry about it, and just act like it never happened. Because that's how I live through the situation. You get what I'm saying?
That's fuck shit.
But back to answer your question, these guys are in positions of power to decide what you do in your career field. So I don't think she never went back to Russell in her case. Now, in her case, she never went back. But some people just have this mentality of, well, if this is what I got to do, or this is just the way it is, like, they have that mentality. So it all comes down to, like, their mental headspace. Because I'm like you, I don't understand why you would go back, but if you don't know anything else, or, like, sometimes, like, if your husband is raping you, like, nigga, that's your husband.
And see, this is why we have to empower our women to also protect them, because you can't be afraid when something like this is going on. This is not a place for an afraid person, because I believe these people are breeding off fear. When you got a person that keeps doing something to you, he's using your fear against you. So at the end of the day, you can't be afraid. You got to say, hey, no, stop this. And then get some help, call a couple cousins, do what you got to do.
It's easier said when it's easy to say that when you're not in that situation.
That's very true.
Like, it's easy to say that. And I don't want to seem insensitive to a woman.
I don't either.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what it feels like to be a woman. I'm not a woman. I don't know what goes through their head in all these situations. Like you got to think, like, normal shit that we think about. Like, I'll go to my car at night and grab something at 1 a.m. A woman's not thinking, I'm going to go outside and grab something. She's thinking, like, all right, I'm going to go outside and grab something. Let me make sure ain't nobody around, because I could be raped. I could be robbed. Something could happen to me.
Yep, definitely. If she finds,
we
she might get hollered at about 10 times on the way.
Definitely gonna catcall you.
Yeah, so
and that could be,
crazy.
and that could lead into something.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
that's very true.
I know you hear me talking to you, bitch.
And that, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, it's wild. It's wild. That's what I will say.
One thing I'll say about me, and I gotta shout my dad out on this, because my dad always told me, like, yo, if she's saying no, don't even go there. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out. You know what I'm saying?
Be done.
Do what you gotta do. Beat your meat. Hell, sometimes beating your meat feel better than getting a twat anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Because after
I'ma
you bust that nut, you see what you look like. You like,
Exactly.
damn, I wasted all my damn energy trying to get this.
Exactly. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather get the twat, but you know what I'm saying? Beating off, I ain't
Twat.
too mad.
Right?
But you know what I'm saying? The thing is, we as men gotta start protecting our women. We have to start empowering our women. So when this time comes, they'll feel more empowered to make better decisions. Definitely when it comes to the younger women. We got WAP coming out. You know what I'm saying? Wet ass pussy. And you know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, yeah, be a powerful woman. You know what I'm saying? Be sexual, be sensual, or whatever. But at the end of the day, all of this is going to draw like a certain negativity to you. All of this is going to make people look at you in a certain way. Everybody don't think the same. You know what I'm saying?
Factual. That's factual.
Everybody do not think the same.
And that's men and women alike.
Yeah.
That's men and women alike. They're going to look at you a certain way.
Yeah,
I'ma
depending
tell
on
you
what
something.
you do and how you carry yourself, you ain't never gonna be able to stop judgment.
Yeah, you cannot stop judgment.
I'm going to tell you something that I know for a fact about white men. White men like easy women. Easy women. They don't like women they got to work for.
Yeah.
They like easy women. So if you're like presenting yourself to be easy, or you're presenting yourself or putting off that light that you are, you give people opportunities. They think like, oh, I could try her and she's not going to say anything. Or I can do this.
Somebody who's a little
right. And that's what I want.
I wouldn't say easy. I would say naive.
Naive, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this is my thing. I want women to understand. Y'all have to, if that's the behavior you don't want, then automatically don't even go that route. You know what I'm saying? Don't even go that route. Don't get so enticed by these wops or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or these images that people put out for you, because you are more than that.
But
These
you can't. I have to take the other side on that. I won't, and you can't tell them like to be a certain way. If you want to be sexually free, be sexually free.
Right.
Nobody should be harming you.
But at the
for
end of the
doing that.
day, you can't act like you don't know what kind of energy that shit bring to you.
It don't matter the energy. Somebody should have raised these niggas with respect. I don't give a
I
fuck
give
what
you that.
she doing.
I give you
And
that.
I understand why you say what you say, but being on your side of the argument and actually having the same conversation with a woman, it's just it's one of those topics where I, as a man, it's like when it comes to men and women, it's like black and white people. Some topics white people should just listen.
Yeah.
And this is one of those topics where I just listen because I've said everything you said in the presence of a woman, and we've done this. And I'd be like, well, why don't you just why I gotta do that? And that's true. So yeah, why can't you say wet ass pussy? Why can't you do all that? And if you get raped, it's not on you. That nigga's a sick individual. Period. You should be able to dress how you want to dress, talk how you want to talk, and be able to roam the streets. I'm not saying that these things don't have consequences, but they shouldn't have consequences.
Yeah, but they do. Some
And
that's real life.
Yeah, but that's what we
real
try.
life.
I mean, that's the thing. They trying to make it so that it shouldn't be any consequences at all. Like it's like you should be able to live your life for the fullest. Do what you want.
that's
to do.
basically
agree
what
with
it boils down
Yeah,
to.
but I mean,
I can't tell you.
Like we're not gonna be able to get rid of racism. We're not gonna be able to get rid of misogyny.
Yeah,
and
we're not.
things like that.
One thing I will say is God don't put strong women in my life. Every woman that I know off the rip. If they scream rape, then somebody did something to them.
Yeah.
And that's real. And I'm talking strong sisters like my sister. You know what I'm saying? Or like my homegirl Claire. Ain't no way in hell she gonna yell rape and it's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't no way in fuck. No way.
Yeah.
No way. Because I know that at the end of the day, this woman is a strong woman. Not to, you know what I'm saying, say women are not strong, but I do understand there's different mindsets.
I don't think you getting raped and not talking about it makes you weak, though.
I don't think it does. I think what it is we if we talk about like regular women, I think we okay. But let's say, somehow your sister's saying that the baby raped her. Then, like, you gonna believe your sister, but the rest of America gonna look down on your sister and be like, that bitch lying.
That's because I know my sister.
Yeah,
my whole
yeah,
life,
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But see, that's the whole thing.
And that's why she would be scared to say something, because she's like, my family gonna believe me, but the rest of the world ain't gonna believe me. They gonna think I was a groupie.
And she may not tell you 2 years later because of that. I know my brother gonna have my back. I know my brother gonna believe me, but I need police to believe me. I need lawyers to believe me. I need some type of restitution here. So I may not speak on it.
With all this being said, you think Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez was a different type of situation?
It's the same shit.
Same.
It's the same shit. That's why shit took her 2 to 3 weeks to even say anything.
So you
all
think
of that. Did you hear all
people
all
still
of
don't
that?
believe her.
Yeah.
So hold on. Let me ask you this. So do you think Tory did sexual advances towards Megan Thee Stallion?
I don't think there was a rape involved. I just think that's another case of misogyny where you got this woman thinking more about a man's and what happens to this man and caring about him instead of even looking at herself.
Yeah.
Like
she
fuck
couldn't even
him.
tell her truth.
Like when
because
we hear,
a fear of people not believing it or fear of him getting in trouble. I don't know what her reasoning was, but apparently she had a reason, and I believe it. That's why she didn't want to say anything.
I believe this nigga wanted some pussy.
Oh, definitely.
I believe that.
I mean, I'm a nigga too.
At the end of the day, Megan Thee Stallion is a very attractive.
Yeah.
woman.
did he have it? Did he get it already?
I don't know. I don't. Like, some people. That's the thing, because people were saying they were dating, but then she comes out and say that's her. That's PR people putting out stories.
Oh, got you.
So that people like going to media outlets putting out these stories that ain't
so
true.
I see why you say is that okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I don't know.
But I mean, the doc is interesting. I won't continue this conversation because there's not a woman in the room,
Yeah.
and I don't want anybody on this
Russell
panel
Simmons
to
a
sound
sick
insensitive.
nigga. At the end of the day, he a sick nigga.
Hey,
And
Russell. At least Russell owned up to his shit. Russell say, "Look, I ain't no angel," and he been saying that shit for years.
But he
That's
didn't
not
own
owning
up.
up to
He
your
didn't
shit.
own up to it to the point where he.
Russell
That nigga
say,
moved to
"Look,
Bali.
Yeah, he ran
I
from
am not
it.
an angel.
And he's saying he didn't do all that stuff. He said, yeah, we had sex, but he didn't do all that stuff.
No, he was saying with the allegations that he was getting accused of, he didn't do those.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, no, I didn't do this shit right here. No, not this. But this shit over here,
yeah,
maybe. This shit right here, I didn't do.
I did come out the room naked. There wasn't a condom on me.
Exactly.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. It's not funny. It's not funny, but
nah,
damn.
but yeah, man, it's some sick people in the industry. Besides Russell Simmons and L.A. Reid, it's people that know this shit go on that don't say anything, and you might be a little bit worse if you know this shit going on.
I think that is worse.
And not having, calling Russell out.
My thing is,
doing
can you
like
imagine how bad it was in the 90s before social media?
Oh, definitely. You can get away with
all
shit.
this
Me Too
shit.
movement, before women spoke up,
You could spin a story back then. Like now, it's kind of harder to spin a story in your favor, especially when a lot of people coming out because it's all over social media. It's hard to get in front of something that's moving so fast.
That kind of goes back to what James was saying, man. Like that's an instances where we need to protect these women because it's like I know this is going on, and I know you're not speaking up about it. And I know why you're not speaking up about it. But I, as a man, have the power to protect this woman because I know that's the environment. So if I think something or I hear this nigga say something, then you check that nigga.
Yeah.
Because, A, this nigga is moving in circles with people that we fucking rock with musically. You don't think he ain't telling them, yo, I had the bitch at my crib last night.
Oh, yeah.
Passed. Like,
most definitely.
Yeah, like, that's when you check niggas.
And you know what? And talking like that is where it kind of starts. Yeah, because it's just like, damn, like we all know. We be like, hey man, you got the bad ass bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The shit sound cool when you're saying
it. Yes.
But at the end of the day, if you listen to what you're saying, it's like it's just putting a woman down.
Yeah.
It's putting a woman down, man.
I think Johnny hit the nail on the head. Since doing this podcast, having to read stories, listen to every side of a story. And then going back into the regular world and talking to somebody who ain't thinking about what the fuck they saying. Sometimes I'm in conversations with niggas and I'm like, hey, bro, you mean that girl? You get what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, like, chill out. You sound like a monster right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Sound like a
slow
straight
down,
monster.
bro. You sound
Very
like a
true,
monster.
man. The
And I know
podcast
you
open your
not a
eyes up to
monster.
stuff. And then you're right. I think it's just because we be reading through these stories. You're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, and you
It go down like this?
Yeah.
It's so crazy, man. I was working on the aisle the other day, and one of my other managers came over there. And he was talking to me about like some girls that he knew, and I swear you would have thought we were out in the street.
Yeah.
This is one of my managers. He was like, "Yeah, I had the bitch over there." And I was like, "God damn."
Hey, man, it's a disrespectful
killing me
dudes
right
out there.
now.
And that is kind of like that's how the documentary was. It's like you hear this stuff in hip hop. That's kind of like where it starts.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You just gotta change.
And half these niggas be lying in the
One
rap
thing-
lyrics,
one
and then
thing
people go out
I-
here and try to perform that shit in real life.
Did you hear them? First of all, it was some smart sisters on that panel of interviews.
Oh yeah.
That they had.
Oh, yeah.
Some smart
Very
sisters.
successful, career-driven women.
Oh yeah, and they were putting their words together very, very well, and they were saying how like hip hop was just a mirror reflection of everything else that was going on in the world.
And they compared it to rock and roll.
Rock and roll, they compared it to a whole bunch of other stuff, and it was like hip hop was that, but it was our version of it. You know what I'm saying? And misogyny was in that music. They had Tom Jones up there talking about he was touching pussy. Like Tom Jones is unusual. Whoa, you know what I'm saying? Saying some shit.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? It's if you think about it and you break it down to how they was breaking it down, it's some fucked up shit, man.
It is.
It's some fucked up shit, bro.
It is.
And it that shit hurt my soul at the end of the day because I mean I don't have a daughter. I got a sister. I got a mama. I got cousins, aunties. Man, if any of them came to me and saying some shit like this, man, I would be ready to ride like on whoever it was. So, I mean, it's just like, it's hard. It's hard to like just be like, because you know, you love rap. Everybody loves rap. We love the expression of rap and how it makes us feel and how it's very more different than anything else.
Yep.
But we do have to understand that there are negative sides to every coin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's two sides to every coin, what I was trying to say, but you know the negativity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, this shit is very real, man. We can't turn a blind eye to it, man. We got to protect our sisters.
Yeah.
We got to protect them.
Yeah.
Because like we gotta speak to niggas. We gotta protect our sisters,
And you gotta,
and we gotta
coach
do
your
better.
niggas. Coach your niggas.
We gotta do better.
And I would like for, I would love to see more women speak out, at least to a close family member. And I know it don't happen because of how they feel, or, they just like, all right, fuck it. It never happened.
Or even they might be questioning the rape. They might be like, did I get raped or did I?
Yeah, like, was that okay?
Yeah.
Like, I've had these conversations.
Maybe I gave him reason to think that.
And it's funny because I'm like I said, I don't want to stay on too long. I had a family member come to me. You know what I'm saying? And what she telling me about happened years ago. And so she's been living with this. Didn't tell nobody. You live with this. And like, yo, yeah, this happened. Like, why you ain't listen? Like, when you see it firsthand, you kind of like everything that you think in your mind as a dude, you kind of see the conflict within them. Like why you ain't tell somebody? Like, I'm scared. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me. I mean, I ain't gonna like. Don't you know how you don't want to ask a nigga for $1? Like, they don't want to ask this nigga do me a favor.
I don't want to ask you.
Yeah, I don't really want to ask. But that's something me and you would be like, man, you gotta tell, because I want to beat this nigga up for you.
That's somebody forcing themselves on you.
But
that's
just
very,
think
very
about
different.
what somebody that loves you is thinking. Man, my brother gonna go to jail. I'd rather have my brother free and keep this to myself than my brother go to jail.
Man, I think
And you
I would
rather
be
do the
good
time.
with the time, knowing good well that somebody hurt my sister or my family or anybody in my family.
You rather do that
and
time.
I stop that motherfucker. I think I'm good.
Yeah.
I think I'm good. I just tell y'all, put something on my books. Put something on the nigga.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
I need some honey buns.
I give you 5% of my paycheck.
With that weighing on somebody's head, it's like, I'd rather just, because they love you too.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want you to go to jail because I know you're going to kill them. So it's like, I'm going to just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, bro. Like, it's a cold world when you conflicted about wrong.
Yeah, man.
Just a warning.
Ain't no
'cause my
pussy worth
sister
it,
Just
dude.
started dating this nigga, whoever you are, nigga.
This rabbit
Whoever you are, nigga.
This rabbit hole stems from
Whoever
something.
think.
All right, nigga, hop out looking like The
my
Rock.
bad.
Yo, this
Give
kind
an eyebrow.
of this shit kind of coincides to when Johnny was telling us like black people don't call the cops for shit.
Yeah, we really
Because
do.
we have all these internal conflicts. Like, damn, if I call the police, then they gonna think I did this shit.
Uh-huh.
So we don't call them. We like, we just figure it out on our own.
Hold on, let me put out this ATV.
Go ahead.
I know this nigga, man. My sister just started dating. My sister is a good woman. This nigga named Lee. Now, Lee, tell you one time, you better treat my sister right. I'm gonna come for your ass. I don't care about the jail time. I don't care.
That's what's up. That's how you do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Is he
Make
watching
sure
this? 'Cause he's
he
supposed to
might be.
be.
We don't know where he
You
at.
gotta
But
put the clip on
if I'm
Facebook.
Lee,
If I'm Lee and I see the girl I'm dating, brother, looking dead at me while I'm watching his YouTube,
and I'm the littlest nigga on this cast. You see these niggas? I'm the little niggas. I'm the little nigga.
that's why
Don't
he
mess
started
with my
lifting weights
sisters.
last week. I figured this shit out.
Real boy.
All right, man.
Sorry, y'all.
It's all right, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. Protect family.
I gotta
Family
protect
over
mine.
everything.
I
FOE,
gotta
bro.
protect mine.
Nah, for real. That went longer than I thought it would. Yo, real quick, because he's got to go.
Okay.
We got the. I'm trying to touch on one more thing. Well, we still on this with Trey Songz and then Marcus Houston. He married a 19-year-old girl.
Oh, I
They've
gotta
been
touch
dating
on
since
this.
he was like 7.
We
Since he was
gotta
like
talk
17.
about this right now.
That show shit is sick. The Marcus Houston. shit.
Yeah, I went down a rabbit hole on this.
Yeah.
shit.
So apparently
Okay.
that's what Chris Stokes' adopted daughter.
First of all,
Yeah.
Chris Stokes. Wow. Second of all,
Second
second of all, wow. Let me just say this. Are we talking about this now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, all right. So bring up the topic again. What was it?
Well, first of all, Trey Songz putting his dick out in front of women.
Yeah,
Damn, Tracy.
So Trey Songz, damn, I forgot the girl's name. She did an interview with what's my man, No Jumper, and Adam 22, and she was basically talking about how like Trey Songz kind of forced his way on her,
Damn.
just pulled his dick out.
Trigger trade. That's what the trigger stand.
Which one of y'all coming home with?
I got it.
Like,
Girl,
God
I'm
damn.
about to dive in.
Yo, it's not funny,
Trigger,
but it's
nigga.
funny.
But
Sorry.
but the thing is, sometimes when people in Trey Songz's position, he's women throw themselves at him all the time. And I think if he gets a woman that really ain't they shit, I just really wanted to hang out with you, I think he'd get kind of confused. Because if you used to woman always throwing you the
So,
pussy.
what's the story? What did she say?
She just basically said that she wasn't trying to, she just wanted to hang out with him.
Her friend was fucking her.
Yeah.
She wasn't.
Yeah.
So
just
he
wanted
thought
to-
she was game too.
Uh-huh.
That is what happened.
Nigga, what's wrong with accent?
When
You
you Trey
gotta put your
Songz,
dick
You
out.
fucking too?
yeah.
Well, then she got to
Hey,
go downstairs. And
look,
Yeah,
baby,
I'm
I'm
that's
Trey
the lifestyle
Songz.
that he used to. Like, I am mad at him, and I am upset at him, but I understand. I can understand why he thought that he could get the draws from anybody. Because if you getting draws thrown at you every day, that's protocol.
Nigga,
you just
what's wrong
think
with
you
accent?
expect that if 2 girls here, I did this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and there's 2 girls here Saturday, I'm gonna do the same thing I did previously.
Now, see, that's fucked up.
It is, but I'm not saying it's right. I just understand
You shouldn't
why he
be
thought he
shooting
could
without
get
the
ass.
permission, sir.
Yeah, you shouldn't be. Hopefully he learned the lesson from this.
I mean, I don't care. Look, you can fact check me. Any girl I've ever interacted with, if she said no, I'm out. Or we not doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We're also not Trey Songz.
Yeah, true. I don't even give a damn. Like, I don't have situations where girls be like, nah, we ain't doing it. And they be wanting me to stay and chill. I leave. I get the
Yeah.
fuck out of there. I'm not staying and chilling so I can be in here with a hard dick looking at you.
Definitely. I don't get
no,
blue balls
I'm
no
out
more,
of
though.
here. That's like,
I'm getting older. My shit just go down real quick.
Oh, it's a
That's
no?
you, nigga.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
That's
a
you.
no?
All right, I see.
But once my Chevy get crunk up, it's gonna run for a while. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and then a couple years ago, Keke Palmer was saying that Trey Songz made her feel uncomfortable at a video shoot.
Yo,
Yeah,
And
she
everybody
said
was,
that.
was blasting her about it.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I
now this
heard
shit
that.
come out, it's like, all right, maybe this dude is moving kind of shaky.
and this is why they don't say shit. Like, no
Yeah,
one
'cause
believes
nobody
you. Why
believed
does
her.
no one believe
Like
you?
Trey
Well,
Songz,
you know what?
because
I'm
they say Trey
glad.
Songz can get as much pussy as he want. Why would he fuck around? We like, if you said no, then he'll just move on to the next bitch.
Listen,
basically.
I'm glad all this shit is happening because it's making you evil motherfuckers think twice. That's why I'm glad.
Oh, it
Because-
is making niggas think twice.
Yes, because at the end of the day, man, you shouldn't be treating no woman like that, man. Cut it out, man. You know good and damn well, definitely if you black, you supposed to treat every woman with respect. I don't give a damn who you were, because you was raised by your grandma or your mama or somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't even do that. Don't even do that. And every nigga knows this. Every nigga. I don't care if your mama's a piece of shit. Your grandma definitely raised you, or your auntie, or somebody. You know what I'm saying? So cut it out. Niggas need to cut it out. There's no explanation for stuff like that.
That's that society, man. Like,
There's no explanation. And my thing is, why you gonna try to be like somebody that don't even like you right now? You know what I'm saying? And that's when I say that is that mentality of forcing yourself onto somebody. We hear about that more in the white community than we do in ours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's because we don't talk about it though.
Yeah. Exactly.
God damn.
Exactly.
That's because we don't talk about it, man.
That's what we need
and
to
we
do.
blame the women. I mean, we keep talking about the shit, but we blame the women pretty much. Like, you know how many
why
times?
she didn't say that? Why she wore that dress?
Yeah,
Why she
especially
do this?
older
Why she-
older black
Oh,
women.
older
in the
black
community.
women are the worst.
You're like, well, she should have known better. She
Yo.
always up in his face. What she expect?
Because I be thinking older black women be knowing. They like, look, I ain't gonna be all up in the motherfucking face because this motherfucker know.
That's just
we
how
know.
they. That's just how they used to have to live their lives. Now it's a
Yeah.
different generation, and now they judging the younger girls for the way they act.
They have to understand that times have changed and things have changed, and like old black women, certain things are okay to them that ain't even okay. Like that ain't
Yeah.
okay. Like, yeah, she shouldn't have wore that dress, blah blah blah, and she warranted that.
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't have been marrying a 40-year-old nigga at 15. That's not okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Like it's
and
it's,
they were okay with having multiple families. Like,
why are you still with your
Hold
husband
on,
who got
hold on now,
Like,
hold
yeah.
on.
Like you
Let's
you,
rein some of this shit back.
You can't keep
Come
point-
on now.
You can't point that finger, man. You not holier than thou. You have to support. Like, support is important. I had there was a story that came out a few years ago. This girl was raped on Montfort Drive, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. I talked to an older black woman about it. But what's she doing out at 3 a.m? And what
That's a
is
good
she-
question.
No, it's not.
3 in the morning?
it's a good question, but it's
Well-
not a good question when you trying to basically say, well, that's what she get.
Yeah, like
For
that's
being out
not
at 3
o-
in the
like,
morning.
I can't go nowhere at 3 o'clock because I'm a female.
Yeah,
That shit fucked
It is.
up.
I would like to know why she was out there, but
Nigga,
that
it's
was
Montfort
justified.
Drive.
Yeah,
There's bars out there. Like,
You
what
can
the
get
fuck you
raped at
mean?
3 o'clock. I'm like, nigga, what the hell you doing out at 3 o'clock
You're
in the
not
morning?
gonna ask me that.
Yes,
You
I
know
am.
what I'm doing out at 3 o'clock in the
What
morning.
you doing out there?
I just left the bar.
Nigga, ain't no bars open. It's the pandemic.
Nigga, not now. This was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But like that's the first thing out of her mouth when we talking about this shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the first thing out of your mouth is why she out there at 3:00 in the morning, and that, like I said, it goes back to what I said earlier. That's why they don't say shit.
I've said on this podcast that women are held to a higher standard, and at the end of the
men,
day,
yeah, they are.
Yes.
They are.
At the end of the day, y'all should know better than to be doing certain things. If you're out 3:00 in the morning and you're a woman, I'm scared for you. I'm scared for you because the creeps come out at night. We all know this. We know this.
We know this. But what we know this. But I will reiterate 100 times. It's just not okay for that to be the perception. And like I say, that's not coming from me. That's coming from women I've talked to. Why I gotta be home at 3:00 in the morning?
Because you should be.
And that's the misogyny. That's the misogyny right there.
Nigga, I'm at home 3:00 in the morning. What? Nigga, I'm not gonna be out in the middle of the street.
But this is not about Jellyfish personally. This is about a whole society that feels like you have to.
It
be
is
a
weird because it's like you can tell like. Same thing if you go somewhere and get robbed. If you go up to that corner store that everybody get robbed at by yourself late at night, you shouldn't go to the corner store.
This is the point, and this is the whole point. This shouldn't happen, period.
Yeah.
Whether I was out 3 in the morning, whether I was butt naked 3 in the morning, I don't give a fuck what
First
it was.
of all, you butt naked 3 in the morning. You asking for
You
the
need to
shit
go to
now.
jail
Come on.
now.
Nah, if you butt naked 3 in the morning, I wouldn't touch you.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
That is kind of nasty.
That's just
What if
nasty.
she was bad, though?
No, bitch, you crazy. Crazy people run around naked.
That's
Like,
very true. I would be like, what?
I would
I'm
be
going to
disturbed.
look. But I'm be like, why is this woman naked
pull
3
over.
o'clock in the morning?
Girl, where your damn daddy? The close of this is, it just shouldn't happen. Period. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, it just shouldn't happen.
I mean that's true. It should.
And we don't live in that world where you can be free and do what you want to do, whether you're a woman, whether you're black, gay, whatever it is. There is just a hierarchy to shit. But the point of everything is this: it just shouldn't happen.
Facts.
It just shouldn't.
More of the story is your ass shouldn't be out 3 o'clock in the morning.
No.
Man, woman, child.
Hey, I'm gonna let
dog.
him speak. I'm gonna let him speak for himself. I'm gonna let him
If
speak
you
for
a
himself
damn
on that
dog, you
one.
better have your ass in that dog house before 3 o'clock. Or you're not my dog. I'm not. Anyways, go ahead.
Where we at? My nigga, well, I did want to spend some time on this topic real quick. It came out this week that the Joe Budden podcast was leaving Spotify.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And how do I put this? I listened to the 2 episodes. If you're a creator, if you got a podcast, I think it's important to go listen to those 2 episodes because I gotta shout Joe out, man. Out of all the niggas that people like and love, Joe is one of those people who is gonna give you some information.
Well, niggas didn't like Joe at first.
But and I know why
Some
after
niggas
listening
is
to his
still on the
podcast.
fence.
But Joe gave out a lot of information,
Yeah,
a
he
lot of jewels in those 2 episodes, and it's telling, man. It's like ownership is important, and I don't think people realize how important ownership is, because that's basically what he was talking about. He was talking about ownership in relationship to podcasting.
Yep.
And so I think it's important that people go listen to those 2 episodes. I think it's 375 and 376, and listen to what he's saying, because if you creating some content, whether it be on YouTube, whether it be on Facebook, wherever you putting your content out at, I think it's important to hear what he's talking about, because some of these terminology, some of these terms that he's talking about, you're familiar with when it comes to numbers and when it comes to how is this valued and what is the value of this, because it kind of lays it out flat for you why he's leaving. And to be honest, man, it's all about ownership and being valued properly.
Yeah.
And a lot of people take the quick $1 million, $2 million, while you got some white guy somewhere making $1 billion off your product. And that's really the fight, man. Like he said, that is the fight. You got, like he said, him and Charlamagne had a personal phone conversation. And he was telling Charlamagne's basically saying, you stupid for not taking the deal. And he's saying, Charlamagne, I don't work for Spotify. I work for me. He said, my man, you work for iHeartRadio. Like we are two different types of people, and that's the truth.
Yeah, they are.
That is the truth.
I don't get mad at either one of them though. Like
I was
some
about
people
to
just
say
don't.
they both rich.
Somebody don't like Joe. Real thing is about ownership, and that's him. And I think Charlamagne don't care about stuff like that. I think Charlamagne is more like, all right, I'm gonna get a consistent $10 million. I'm happy. I'm content with that. Joe don't like the fact that a white person can make, like, somebody can make so much money off of the thing that he's doing all the work for, which is understandable.
Yes,
but you just can't be mad because somebody don't got the same drive that you got.
But my thing is,
I'll let you go, but nah. But I'll tell you why. Go ahead.
my thing is, it's just like we talk about the money and stuff, and that is the drive. I don't care what you're doing. At the end of the day, if you're doing it and you love it, you're going to try to make money off of it. You know what I'm saying? And, the money is very important. Definitely if you talking some money that somebody ain't had before. You know what I'm saying? That part is very important because that's why we started this thing. I don't care what it is. Like with my comedy, I want to get paid big bucks one day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At least one day.
You make a good point.
But, I mean, with the ownership, I believe the ownership is very important, but you can't get mad at somebody for getting their chips. You know what I'm saying? You can't get mad at somebody if they go that route and they get that money and then maybe later on they do something like have their own studio or something.
He's not mad at him at all.
Yeah.
If that's how you want to operate that way. But the thing is, if you, as a comedian, you want to tell the jokes you want to tell, right?
Exactly.
But once I own you, you tell the jokes I want you to tell. And I think that's
that's
the
that
difference.
bullshit.
But that's what you get.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you don't own shit, then you tell the jokes I want you to tell. You put out the information I want you to put out. Charlamagne has his free range on the show, but Charlamagne works for iHeart. And if iHeart don't like what Charlamagne say, then you can't say that. Joe don't work for nobody.
But see, this the thing though. Your talent is what makes them see you. So at the end of the day, if you're working for them, just like say, for instance, Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about, Wildin' Out. Wildin' Out is Nick Cannon's. Regardless if it's
Viacom.
It is Viacom. But it ain't Wildin' Out without Nick Cannon.
They said Everyday Struggle wouldn't be Everyday Struggle without Joe.
It still ain't. But it's
still doing
still
what they
around.
wanted to do.
I'm sorry. I'm be real with you. If Wildin' Out came out with another host,
it wouldn't be the same.
And it will.
It's not
DC
gonna
Young
be
Fly
the same.
probably.
And it won't be the same.
It's not gonna be the same.
It ain't.
And
It ain't gonna do the same numbers.
It's
How can
not.
I bring this home to you?
I think first of all, just to even talk about this for a little bit, I think if Nick leaves, then the rest of them
He's
niggas
gone.
are leaving.
He's gone.
Oh yeah.
He's
I mean,
gone.
Nick got the
Oh, yeah,
ability
well,
to go
he's
do his
gone.
own thing.
He's
He
gone.
can call it something else.
But
Yeah.
this is
Nick
this
Cannon
is the thing.
Comedy Hour, and that shit gonna be the same show.
Exactly.
If I build something, I build the value of that something, and I build it to a T. It don't matter who's there. I built that something over all these years. Whether the boat is good, like these. How do I put these motherfuckers got way more money than Nick. They got way more power than Nick. Nick built something that's worth $1 billion that he won't get because he gave it away. It don't matter who they plug in. They done already recouped their investment.
Yeah.
And if the show's going to stay on air with or without Nick or with or without the cast, we are Viacom. We have money. We have power. We'll put people in the seats. Yeah, Nick could create something else. Of course, he's a creator. The creator's going to create. But at the end of the day, that's $1 billion that's on the table that you left because you don't own it. Viacom own it. It don't matter who we put in the seat. I built this show. I built this show to a T. If I sell this show, they don't need us at some point. And that's just real. If I sell this show to somebody and we fall out, they own it. Now, we might take our listeners with us, but they got a machine full of money.
Nah, see,
They don't care. I've already made them their money.
I get that. But the thing is, if they thinking they still gonna make money off of Wildin' Out, just talking about Wildin' Out, not the other topics, then they're sadly mistaken because Nick Cannon was Wildin' Out. You know what I'm saying? And those guys that he employed, because he was in part of the employing process. He was in part of getting the people to come to the show. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people came to the show because of Nick Cannon.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And that whole like conglomerate of people, or the people that even guest starred on the show, are not gonna be on the show without him. That's what I'm saying.
But this is
he's created. I don't want to say like loyalty, but he's created like a fan base,
and they're gonna
follow.
And they're gonna follow.
You know what I'm saying?
They're
Yeah,
gonna follow.
So
and
they're gonna go wherever
he
he goes. And what he did wasn't in vain, is what I'm trying to say. He can go over and get his ownership now, but being the fact he had the experience with Viacom, you had the experience and had that platform for so long.
You learn.
You can go make those billions and millions now.
You can,
Yeah.
but I built that for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said, if somebody come purchase this show from us, like we built that for them.
Right.
Like me and Johnny, all our hard-earned hours, all we got is $10 million.
Yeah, that's
what's five? Which is,
and they
you know
make
what I'm saying?
and they made $100 million off
Includes
of
you
it.
in that. We splitting $10 million 3 ways. The motherfuckers got billions.
Yeah.
$10 million.
You want to take that right now?
Hold on. Hold on. Would you want $10 million 3 ways, or would you want your kids to eat, and their kids to eat, and their kids?
I would want the kids.
I would
want
too.
the kids.
And like,
but how you gonna get mad at me? I'd be like, nigga, come on.
I just feel like that's America's structure.
But
though.
what I'm saying
That's
is,
just
we
how
put so
things
much
are.
time into this show, man. Like, what I'm saying is, if we gave 10 years to this show, 10 years to this show is valued at $1 billion now, which we probably ain't even seen yet.
Yeah.
We ain't seen no $10 billion. And then we not even talking about the hours that we put in prior to even fucking getting to that point of getting signed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's very true.
these niggas gonna take the show, buy Johnny, buy Landon, buy James, plug new niggas in, and keep that money pot going.
Yeah.
It ain't the same show, and everybody love us. They gonna go with us.
Yeah, they still gonna make money
gonna
off
come
of
with
it,
us.
but we not
Yeah.
gonna make money off of it
Yeah.
no more, which is the sad part.
Our money's gone, and what we would like to do is continue to make money off it, no
Yeah.
matter whether they keep
If I
us or
sell
not.
somebody a show, I would still want to own.
A percentage of
Yeah,
that
I
show.
want 20-30%.
But your name,
I would feel, listen,
your name is everything.
at the end of the day, I'm with Joe, because what I couldn't do is go to bed at night knowing that I felt like, at the end of the day, when he's stepping in those rooms, he got people on that show he got to take care of.
Yeah.
And that's what comes to mind. Like, here go 10 million. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but like, what about Johnny? What about James? You know, you gotta, like, that's all sitting in his head. Like, damn, bro, like, they shitting on us. You know what I'm saying?
So that Joe Rogan deal must have been massive.
Yeah, but Joe
It
Rogan
had to be.
got to keep his show though.
Yeah, he owns his show.
They
still.
just basically
what?
they written Joe Rogan for 3 years pretty much.
and they trying to take Joe Button's show and own it.
And,
nah,
and
that's
everything
some
else
fuck
he did.
shit.
Yeah.
They wanted like they did a little pull
So
up
basically,
series.
to break it down, they want to own him. They want his pull up. They want the cast members and anything they do. It's like a 360 deal. So, like I said, once again, to bring the example here, we want this show. When James go do comedy shows, we want all that money.
Oh,
When
hell
Johnny
no.
go speak on the panel, we want all that money.
Oh,
We want a
hell
percentage
no.
of that. Like, they want a percentage of everything. If Johnny create this, we want that money. If James create this, everything y'all got working on, we want all that.
Yeah. And that's the fucked up part.
Now, see, if they was doing it like how they doing for Joe Rogan, then I wouldn't mind it, because you get to keep the ownership
I don't
of
think
his
he
show.
would mind that either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they paying this
They ain't-
man
I think
bucks.
Joe Rogan get to keep his YouTube, I think.
Yeah, they
I'm telling
paying
you
this
right
man
now.
mad money.
When it come down to it, if anything ever advances, I'm not relinquishing rights to this show to anybody,
Yeah, I
because
feel
of
you.
all the hours that we put in doing it. I
Yeah.
can't do it. I
Yeah.
couldn't sleep at night knowing that we came in here 120 consecutive weeks.
God damn.
Only took
You know how
holidays
much
off.
Gucci I could have got. I was.
You know what I'm saying? Like, committed all this time, and it just wouldn't sit well with me that somebody else is pretty much getting paid off something I built, off something he built, off something we put time into. You know what I'm saying? Like, we put a lot of time into it, thought into it, idea into it, and this nigga about to run off with my shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
It'd be KSP, and then it'd be Cat and Kittens podcast. It's Cat and Kitten podcast, guys.
Yeah, like, and
What-
you see your shit, like, you
Yeah.
see your shit, you see like all your shit, your logo and shit.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And niggas is asking you like, hey, yo, JP, you still? I mean, You still get paid off when they. Nah, we don't get nothing from that. We don't own
Yeah,
that.
that's some fuck shit.
Nope, we got one check for
we got one
$3 million, and that shit gone.
3 ways and that shit gone. We ain't got nothing to do with that over there.
Yeah.
Like, nah, you not taking my shit.
But with podcasting, it's kind of still fairly new, so people are trying to find ways. Corporations are trying to find ways to get in on it. So they trying to buy up people that already established their shit. Because that happened with the girls from the Call Me Daddy a couple months ago. They ended up one of the girls left, and now it's just one girl because they don't own that shit. Barstool own it.
And I don't want to be in that predicament.
Yeah,
bro.
that'd be
like
some fuck shit.
I listen to that shit like, y'all, nah, I don't want to be in that predicament. Like, I want to be able to eat forever off this. Now, anything else, yeah. Like he said, I think he said when you get that first M, all the other M's come.
Yeah.
I love that. You know what I'm saying? Like, once that first M come, all the other M's come.
First M is hard to make, but all the other ones
this
after
right
that.
here, I feel like, I'm not going to really, because we spent too much time on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I didn't spend all these years building all this shit, keeping niggas up late, adjusting niggas' schedule for you to come and take it.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the whole shit fucked up. You gotta listen to it because they try to buy this nigga some Rolexes and shit.
Oh my god!
Instead of giving them money,
and that's record label
Rolexes?
shit.
Yeah,
I'm listening to this shit like, man, they gonna get my nigga, bro. They trying to give us Rolex. Johnny, chill. Bro.
Oh, definitely.
I'd be like, yo, man, give me that Rolex, and I'll go trade that shit in for
bro.
money.
The funny part was they didn't want to give him a Rolex. They said like they kept trying to figure out how to give him a bonus. They said, all right, we'll get you some watches. They went and picked out Rolexes. They said, nah.
Why don't you just give me the money?
Hold on.
You gonna spend all this money on Rolex? When
They
you
went
just
picked
give it
out
to me?
used Rolexes. Spotify said, nah. We was thinking more like a G-Shock watch.
A G-Shock.
And let me tell you, just to bring home how important the ownership is. They recouped in the first hour of his show all the investment they put into Joe. So in the first hour that show was on Spotify, they recouped and they made profit in an hour. So that's why the ownership thing is important, man. Like what Charlamagne did with the Breakfast Club, he bought that idea to them.
Yeah.
He bought that idea out to L.A.
But now it's over. When he leaves, they're going to replace his chair.
They're going to replace him, and the Breakfast Club going to always be there, but it's going to always be there. And you got to think about something like I say, Wildin' Out. Same example. Viacom got so much money, got so much power. Like, our kids don't know Nick Cannon.
Well, I guess the question after that is, in Charlamagne's case, is how much money did you reap?
He got paid.
Of course, but it had to be more than like what?
I don't know. From what I heard he getting like $3 million a year for Breakfast Club.
$3 million a year. And how long he been doing it?
10 years, but that's his latest contract.
Now, see,
their first contract might have been smaller than that.
Now, see, if he's smart with his money, he can go off and go do something better.
But that's the thing Joe was saying. Joe is basically saying, you getting $3 million, how much you think they getting?
Oh yeah,
Smart with your money, nothing, nigga.
Like yeah, $3 million is good.
I mean,
hey, I'll take $3 million. But Joe is like, you making $3 million, but this white man that ain't doing nothing but
Don't
paying
even care,
you,
but paying.
making $90
ain't
million.
even said nothing, not 2 words.
Yeah, because he said
Press
the dude,
two
he said the
computer keys.
CEO of Spotify called him and was like, "How's LA?"
Yeah, how's LA?
And he's like, "I don't even live in LA, so unless you know how much these people care about you, they don't even know where you live at."
Damn.
So if you go, I couldn't, like, Charlamagne basically is okay with basically saying, and some of like I said, you gonna have, as an entrepreneur or as a person who, creates, you gonna have a billion ideas. Which one of those are you willing to sell? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll sell this one. You can have this one. You can have this one. But maybe that was when Charlamagne was willing to give away.
It's just a
for the
mindset
free
thing, too. Some people have an ownership mindset and some people have a worker mindset.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm not mad at either one. But just don't disrespect the other person
I
because they
don't
choose
feel
to go
like-
down that route.
I don't feel like he disrespected him. I feel like he felt like you disrespected me because of the choices I made. I don't call you and ask you about the
Yeah, I
money
think
you made.
Charlamagne disrespected Joe for saying Joe was stupid for not taking the deal.
Yeah, you can't judge a man for wanting you can't judge a man for wanting to secure the future of the people around him. Like it would be selfish of him to take that money. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you really think about all the time and effort they put in, it would be selfish of him to take a deal that's going to have these dudes working around the clock for somebody who don't even give a fuck about them. At the end of the day, if I was going to sell it, I at least want to sell it to somebody I know cares about the individuals I got, because that's what stuck out the most for me. Like, at the end of the day, you got to think about the people you in business with.
Yeah.
And how that affects them. Like, you got to sit down. You got to look these guys in the face. Not them crackers. No disrespect. But I got, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to come back here and look at each other with these decisions. They got to go back and look at each other with these decisions. So it's a lot to think about, because what do you say? He's funding the J. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Yeah, like Spotify. So Spotify is
What's
not
the point of y'all buying it if I gotta fund shit?
Pretty much.
They give what
the marketing machine behind it.
They're the marketing machine behind it. And they making sure they putting money in his pocket so he can put money in the pockets of the people that work for him. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, so the people on the podcast didn't get no money.
No, they get money.
No, I'm saying, but that's Joe money that they getting.
They work for Joe.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
they all work together on the podcast. The cameraman, the other co-hosts, the engineer.
Oh, see now, when
You know what I'm
put it
saying?
like that,
And
you
that's why I
talk
kept-
about 10 million between all y'all.
That's why I kept saying,
Yeah.
like, you gotta, like I say, Lord willing, one day we gotta step in a room. Somebody gotta step in a room. If I gotta step in a room and talk to somebody, my first priority is, well, I got people that I gotta take care of, and they got people that they gotta take care of. And so I really gotta understand the value of my product, because what I would hate to do is short y'all niggas. I couldn't sleep at night knowing that I shorted the niggas that helped me build something.
No, that's real.
You know what I'm saying? That shit fucked up.
That's real.
And yeah, y'all may be cool with that million, but when y'all see a show continue to make millions while we trying to figure out how we gonna make the next one, we're gonna be sick.
Definitely be pissed off. I'm
We're
like,
gonna be
God
this
damn.
motherfucker sick. Like, what do we do now?
You gonna feel raped.
Yeah.
You like, what can I do?
No,
Nigga,
Charlamagne's straight. He got, he's worked hard enough. He'll be able to get more jobs, but that's the thing he spends the most time on.
yeah.
So it's like, damn, when you gone, it's gone.
I seen he tried to like do other podcasts. Like he got that one podcast with that one guy where they talk about
Brilliant
comic
Idiots.
books.
Oh yeah, the what's that shit? Comic book heroes or comic book nerds
Yeah,
or something like that.
And then he got another one where he talked to somebody else about some other shit. So he
Yeah,
be
that's
trying to
Brilliant
do
Idiots.
like,
So he got multiple streams.
yeah.
But what does he own? Because his podcast is with Loudspeakers Network.
I don't
Well,
think
I
the
would-
loudspeaker deals. I don't think they own the podcast. I don't think they
Oh.
buy. I don't know
I
that.
think they just like a marketing team, advertising team.
I think they good. They got a good advertising team. I don't think they took the ownership of the podcast.
Well,
I
wouldn't
don't
he-
think. I don't know.
The other two that he owned, wouldn't he own them? I would think so.
Yeah, but I one thing Joe alluded to was like I work for Revolt. I work for this company. I do my pull ups. I do all this work. But what's the thing I spend the most time on?
The podcast.
So he spends the most time on the fucking Breakfast Club. I would want to
Man.
own the thing I spend the most time on. The rest of that shit, yeah.
I feel him then.
Like I came up with an idea today, man. Like Johnny's like this great interviewer. Like we've done a few interviews, and pretty much if it wasn't for Johnny, them interviews would suck. And I'm like, what if I put Johnny on a couch with a nigga? I'd sell that. Like that's not the thing we spend the most time on. We could do that season by season and just sell it. Like, all right, you want to buy it for $10 million? Cool. You know what I'm saying? No problem. Here you go. I'd sell that, but we got to come in here do this every week for hours and hours on end, and we do like a 4 or 5 weeks of that, and then we pitch that. Yeah, you sell those ideas, but idea like the Breakfast Club, man, you want to own that. That shit changed a whole culture,
yeah.
like a whole culture. Like,
Yeah, people, they get their news from the Breakfast Club.
and you there
Pretty
every
much.
day at 5 in
That
the
shit's our
morning.
Good Morning. It's Black People Good Morning,
Morning
America,
America.
or Today Show. The Breakfast Club is.
Yeah, man.
It's because it's cooler than both of those shows.
yeah, for black folk.
If you're out there podcasting, man, listen to that shit, man. I learned a lot from that shit. So it's some things I'm like, all right, we got to do some things different over here. But yeah, shout out to them, man. Shout out to Joe Butt, man. I got some quick hitters, man, before James get out of here, man. Because I know you got to go. NBC confused Kevin Hart for Usain Bolt this week.
Oh, yeah, I seen that shit.
The fucking excuses people be coming up with. They said that it was a error, a technical error. They said the image wasn't approved, and when the image isn't approved, they find the image that looks similar to it that was approved automatically, and that's what popped up.
Kevin Hart.
So it's just a random black guy.
All y'all niggas look alike, bro.
Bruh.
Facts.
What? That nigga, the height difference off the rip.
Yeah, man.
But whatever.
Jeff Bezos becomes the first person worth $200 billion.
Fuck Jeff Bezos.
Big money grip.
Let us
And that nigga had to give 25 to his wife.
And still got $200 billion.
Yeah.
Bro, see, when you got money like that, that's ridiculous.
Somebody asked me this week, do you think his wife regret leaving when she left? Like, maybe she should have waited for this to get
No, like, if she greedy, maybe, but it seemed like they had a good relationship.
25 mil?
25 billion is what she got out of the divorce.
And how much he got?
200 billion.
Well, now she would have $100
shit.
million.
Yeah, when
billion,
they
right?
well, she didn't even take half because I think he was worth like 75 or something when they got divorced.
Shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, ever since the pandemic, that nigga been getting fucking money.
I'll talk about that later.
$200 billion?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
August 24th, that was Kobe Day. What's y'all favorite Kobe Bryant moment?
Oh,
Let's
shit.
hear it.
So many of them, but I always gotta go back to his last game. That motherfucker was
He
balling.
snapped. That was Kobe.
They was letting that nigga score.
Man.
They was letting
Utah was
him.
trying to win. No, Utah was trying to win because they were trying to make the playoffs.
when he was alive?
Huh?
Was your Kobe hater when he was alive?
Nah, I love Kobe.
Okay, I'm about to say you keep.
I
that
just
same
didn't like
energy.
that last game because I just felt like people was letting them score. It was like, oh, it's Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like
61.
nobody was trying hard. Wasn't nobody playing D on that nigga. Somebody was trying to clamp him. He wouldn't have been making all them.
So what's your favorite Kobe moment, dear man? Damn, don't do that to the last performance.
Oh, my favorite Kobe moments is when he was getting scrapped out.
Oh, with Chris Childs?
With Chris Childs. He Chris Childs me.
That is the fucking Guthrie right hook that nigga got hit with.
Bruh, I ain't
He
gonna lie
stuck
to
that nigga
you.
so hard.
And I like the Roger Bell moments when they used to go at it.
Oh yeah. And then remember when Matt Barnes faked him
yeah.
out and Kobe just stood there?
Yeah, just stood there. I was like, nigga, if you had goal like that, you would have beat them two niggas up. But
My greatest Kobe performance is his worst performance. Game 7, 2010, I think it was, of the NBA Finals. Kobe could not hit a fucking shot.
Oh, you talking about when Ron Artest won the game for him?
Life, yes. That was my favorite Kobe because it was like, I've never seen a person persevere through that bad of a shooting night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was
That nigga
horrible.
Ron Artest something.
Oh, man.
Meta World Peace, my fault.
The Shut Up Challenge. Y'all know what the Shut Up Challenge is?
Oh, with the kids?
Yes.
Yeah, that shit was
you know
crazy.
What the Shut Up Challenge
You-
is? All right, so paint a picture. Mostly us, black people. And I think I seen one white one. But basically what happens is mom is recording. She asks the kid to do something, and they record father's reaction when the kid disrespect mom. So one of the ones I seen was like, hey, can you go take the trash out? I don't want to motherfucking take that trash out. Get on my fucking nerves. Nigga, dad hops up, bum rush that ass. He like, yo, we joking. I'm like, yo, they can't play with black dads like
I
that.
seen one where he was like, I'm going to beat your ass anyway for
Damn,
joking.
I would show it to you, man, but we ain't got time.
Yeah, he's
man.
like,
I'm going to look it
your
up
ass
on the way to
anyway.
work.
For joking.
Hey, first of all, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. Protect our women, please. You know what I'm saying? If you jack your son up for talking crazy to his mama.
It was sons and daughters they was fucking
Yeah.
jacking up.
Yeah.
It was
crazy.
one where the chick was like, you ain't my real mom anyway.
Yeah.
That nigga was like,
Those niggas got bored. Like, yo, why
he
you
hopped
got
up.
the
He was about to kill that girl.
Protect them, though.
Y'all fucking with McDonald's spicy chicken nuggets?
I'm going to give him a shot.
You know I don't.
I'm going to give him a shot.
You know
Would
I
you fuck with McDonald's spicy chicken nuggets?
No. I would never fuck with
Nah,
a
for
McDonald's.
real, man. I'm going to get me some Impossible when I leave here, man. I'm going to make some Impossible nachos tonight. Shout out to Impossible brand foods.
Real quick, man, before you get out of here,
got
man.
soy in it.
Who you fucking with, Brandy or Monica? Who you got?
I don't care.
Ah,
I like 'em
this one
both.
you don't care about? Oh, you like them both.
I like them both.
So you tuning in?
Nah. But I still like them both, though. Power 98 did not Power 98. What's the other one? V101.9.
Yeah.
They kind of did their own verses the other day. They had
when is that shit tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, they had
Today.
some Monica and some Brandy playing. They was playing
The Boy Is Mine.
what's the angel song Monica had? Send Me an Angel.
From the heavens above.
Yeah, they was playing that.
That's Monica.
I think so.
I
It
think
was
you're right.
something
Yeah,
Angel song. And they was playing something else too.
I'll
I
be
was
honest
like,
with you, I ain't
damn,
watching
this
that
is
fucking
nostalgic.
shit. I'll let the women have this one.
I'm
I
watching.
enjoyed the 2
Sitting
Chainz
by
and the
my
Rick
room.
Ross.
Sitting up in my room.
Hey.
Hey. All
I
right,
don't know
man.
about that.
So you know what time it is. I want to know what you watching, what you been looking at on the tubes. Let me know what's going on.
Shit. So Selling Sunset is one of my white people shows.
I heard that show was good.
Yeah, the 3rd season dropped on Netflix, so I watched the whole 3rd season. Yeah, that's one of my white people shows that I like. What else have I been watching, man? Like, really, man, I be committing my life to YouTube.
I noticed that, man. You sent me some YouTube shit this week, and I'm like, yo, this nigga live on YouTube.
Yeah, like YouTube is like the freest version of cable ever at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just been spending life. If I'm on YouTube, I'm watching either some shit about fitness, or I might start watching like Earn Your Leisure. I'll fuck with them niggas
I gotta
heavy.
start watching that, but that's on my list of shit to do. Watch that on Mondays.
Yeah, Earn Your Leisure. I fuck with them niggas heavy on YouTube. And who else I fuck with? This dude's named the Buttery Bros, but they like this fitness. They like a fitness guy. They 2 fitness guys, and they go around to different gyms and they work out with people and shit. But that's really all I've been doing, man. I finished the Black Widow season. That last season, that shit was kind of sucky. The 3rd season.
Oh, the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, man, hold on. It was sucky. It fell off?
Yeah, I didn't like this season.
Damn. I just put somebody on to the Diary episodes last night because we were talking about sex, and I was like, well, damn, this episode is just going to be titled Rape. So I was watching the Russell Simmons thing, and my text probably came across wrong because I was like, oh, I got a rape fantasy, but not like me being raped.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily want to rape somebody. I just kind of want that whole, like, you act like you don't know me, I kidnap you, and you be like, no, stop. But
That's some
like,
shit.
it's not real. It was just, because I heard it on Black Widow. So it's a story called Mr. And Mr. is this guy.
Oh, yeah, I listened to that Diary.
So you heard the one where she's running in the park.
Oh, hold up.
He kidnaps her, but, they set it all up.
Yeah.
And then they do it, and, you know what I'm saying? And she was just, I think just listening to, like, that being her fantasy and something that she wants.
Yeah.
I think one day I'm going to come in here and have, like, a sex talk episode.
That'd be what's up, man.
Like, about fantasies and
I make sure I beat my beat before I come.
Nah, we're going to get
No
some
homo.
girls in here. Oh, we definitely got to get a 4th mic. I've had a few niggas hit me up trying to get on the show. So
Yeah.
we're definitely going to get a 4th mic in here. But, yeah, I do want to have, like, a sex episode where we get men and women in here and have, like, a battle of the sexes.
That'd be dope.
Talk about fantasy.
I would like to hear that.
Kinks and shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say you're going to enjoy P-Valley.
Okay. I hadn't seen it yet.
I've watched it. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to love it. I'm not giving anything
Oh, so
away.
I got to see my nigga Lil Murder.
We have a lot to talk about when you watch this. We have a whole lot to talk about when you watch this. And Lovecraft Country last week was awesome. It was great.
So it picked up. Was it you that told me to start off slow?
It's picked. Yeah, it has picked up. Episode 2 is moving just as fast as the end of episode 1. If you're not watching Lovecraft Country, I think it's on HBO Max. Get the HBO Max or get your seminar, whatever legal app you use. Find that shit. It is a very good show told by Jordan Peele.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's
Jordan
probably
Peele
good.
has his hands in that.
He got a good track record.
And listen, it's that black theme. It's his thing. It's a touch of slavery. It's little undercards of racism going on. So it's some ill shit. So I think people would appreciate it, man. I didn't have anything for sports this week because they stopped sports this week.
Yep.
But shout out to us, Hit Squad. We won our first game this week. After getting beat 32-0,
we look good,
we came
man.
back 10-6.
We look good. Still a lot to work on, but
knowing the score, is that important? I didn't play sports, so is that?
Yeah, but usually you have somebody in the dugout that keeps the score. It's like a team mom, and she'll sit there. She'll have this little book, and she keeps up with the scores, who got out, where they got out at, and stuff like that. But we need somebody to do that.
We do need that. But shout out to the squad, man. We look good. Let's keep it up. I All right, I still gotta get better.
Hey, we all do, man. That's the best thing.
When the balls come in?
They here. I got them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me know what day.
Yeah.
We can go. I can come to you, or we can go here to Ridge Road.
Cool.
You just gonna have to teach me how to hit pops. I don't know how to hit pops up.
Cool.
Oh yeah, awards.
Yeah, let's do it.
Shut up.
I'm ordering the tea. We got to have all the equipment, bro. I'm gonna get a little something every paycheck.
That's what's up, man. Why are you me? I'm just trying to get better in a position. This nigga going all like some
I'm
shit
trying
I
to
would
get
have
better
did back
too.
in the day.
If I'm gonna be playing this year round, I want niggas to know when I get on the field, it's like, yo, let's
man,
walk his ass.
You are almost there. That is ridiculous. That shit was this far from the fence.
I know, man. I'm getting there, man.
I didn't know you had it like that. I mean, I knew you were talented, but that is blowing my mind because that's what B. Fells was doing when I first practiced with them. Like, that's what he was doing. I was like, yo. And I know when you played earlier in the year, you didn't really get it that far.
Nah.
Now, this time around, it's like, you killing that shit.
Yeah, the game coming back to me, man. You know what I'm saying?
I see it. You made a great catch in left field.
Yeah,
that was a nice little catch. When you ran off the field, like in motion, I wanted to hit the little.
Oh yeah, that'd have been dope.
Yeah, that shit was hard, man. All right, I know y'all like, what the fuck them niggas talking about? Real nigga of the week, man. I gave it to Montrezl Harrell.
Oh, bitch ass white boy comment or for the apology?
Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
I felt like, I just give it to you for speaking your mind.
Facts. He did apologize too.
But what I will say is, when there's a switch off, when he hit that shot, is that where he was mad because he hit that game-winning shot on them? Because ain't Dallas up 3-1?
Nah, the Clippers up 3-2 now.
Okay.
I think it was the day before. It was when the Dallas had won.
Off the game winner.
Nah, it was after. It was before that.
Oh.
Yeah, it was before that. They was just going back and forth. They've been going at it all series because Porzingis had got into it with them too with one of the Morris brothers. But yeah, and he just said bitch ass white boy. A lot of people was upset about that shit, saying that if Doncic would have been like bitch ass black boy, he would have got suspended.
I mean,
but it's a double standard, and that's one of the double standards. Hey man,
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying
that's one of the double standards that just you gotta deal with that one.
Yeah, you do.
And that nigga's not even white. That nigga's from fucking Turkestan or whatever the hell he from. He don't understand.
He's white. I'm going for he's white. Let me see. Dunce Metal. Shit. Man, listen, I'm scrolling through my Instagram timeline, man. I see a tweet from Terry Crews.
Goddamn, Terry.
Terry was like, boycott Magic City. Bam. What we not about to do is boycott Magic City.
I wish we had that audio. Put it in reverse, Terry.
What is that?
It's like a video of these guys lighting fireworks and Terry in a wheelchair. His wheelchair stopped working, and the dude like, put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse, and the fireworks going off. And his wheelchair stuck right there beside the fireworks.
Oh, that's fucked up. Oh shit. Oh man.
Oh shit. Put it in reverse, Terry.
All right, man. Person of the week, man.
All right, man. So we talked about the March on Washington earlier today. So I want to give this shout out to Martin Luther King III. And I'm pretty sure I called him Junior earlier, but I'm sorry. But Martin Luther King III is actually Martin Luther King Jr.'s son. He's still out here fighting the same fight his father was fighting. So I guess you can pass down certain traits about yourself besides DNA. He's still fighting for human rights, still fighting for the rights of black people and an unjust treatment of black people. He actually went to Morehouse College just like his father. And he got a couple things going on. He's got the Southern Christian Leadership Conference that he does every year. He still donates and still works with the King Center, the Martin Luther King Jr. Foundation. And like I said, he organized this March on Washington that just passed. So he's still out here keeping the fight, man. He could have just been like, shit, we rich. What I need to do? Well, I need to go out there and fight my father's fight. But nah, he passed it down. And he's still out here. And he's going to be doing that to his dying day. Shout out to Martin Luther King III.
All right, man. We got a movie minute this week.
Yeah, man. Film called Marshall, starring the great Chadwick Boseman.
All right.
The late, great Chadwick Boseman. The film is about Thurgood Marshall.
Nigga.
Yeah. Oh, my fault. I forgot about the music.
Doing this shit.
I was going in too. I was ready.
All right, nigga. I gotta get home. Oh man, no, I'm feeling ready to get the fuck out of here too. All right, man. Thurgood.
All right, Marshall, starring the late great Chadwick Boseman. Wanted to shout out my man Chadwick Boseman.
Ooh, James brought up an argument. We don't have time today.
Okay.
But he pitted Michael B. Jordan versus Chadwick Boseman. But we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah, we could definitely talk about that.
Because I know where you're going.
Yeah. Like you in here fighting somebody.
Oh, we about to.
But the film follows Thurgood Marshall, who is a lawyer for the NAACP, defending people of color who have been wrongly accused of crimes. And it basically follows the life. If you know anything about Thurgood Marshall, one of the most prolific black people ever in history. It basically follows him in his younger years before he becomes the judge that he became. And it follows a certain trial. I don't want to ruin it, but just go watch it. I just wanted to shout out Chadwick Boseman on that one more time. But Marshall, I'm just going to give it his waves today because I don't want to ruin the movie. Somebody said I ruin all the movies because I end up telling you how the shit ends.
And if you don't tell, we've seen it, so we just tell people how it's in.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, fuck it.
I'll tell you who's in it. Sterling K. Brown's in it. Y'all know who Sterling K. Brown is. Shout out to him. Chadwick Boseman, Josh Gad from Frozen.
What's Sterling K. Brown in that shit that make people cry? Ain't he in there?
Oh yeah. This Is Us.
This Is Us.
Yeah, exactly. Kate Hudson in there. But yeah, it's a really good movie, man. I would check it out. I would give it 4 waves. Only thing I hate about it is it had a bad reception in the box office. People didn't like it too much. And the budget was $12 million and they only made $10 million off the movie.
Damn.
That's a loss in the movie world.
That is a loss. Shit. But
4 waves. Go check it out. Let me know what you think.
I'm gonna check it out because I haven't seen that one.
Oh yeah.
Last movie I seen of Chadwick was 21 Bridges.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Bridges. That shit was good.
His James Brown movie, I think that's his best
James
one.
Brown was good.
Yeah, I think that's his best one.
Jackie was dope.
Yep.
Jackie.
That shit, man, had that scene where he was crying in the dugout.
Yeah.
Cause they was calling him nigga and shit.
Yeah. That's the world we live in.
Exactly. And
insane.
people still don't understand, bro. They still don't understand.
Insane.
Like, bro, niggas been fighting forever, man.
You gotta realize, man, we're dealing with the reprogramming of how people see people. And in our society, we have hierarchies. And they'll never be undone. From men seeing women as sex tools. From masculine men seeing gay people's lives as not being worth anything because they're gay. So you want to beat them and kill them. From seeing trans people as people to just seeing them as it. From seeing black people as just the subservient people who ain't nothing but thugs and they sell drugs and do this, and seeing Latinos as all of them eat tacos. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's just a way we're all up under this white umbrella and we're all getting typecast as a certain thing, and it goes back so far that it would take so long to uncondition all these thoughts to get people to respect each other.
Yeah.
And that's just really the common ground here. It ain't even about color, sex, sexual preference, none of that. It's about human respect, man. And at the end of the day, when are we gonna have some decency to love each other enough to fucking stop doing that shit to each other, man?
Like big facts.
When the fuck does that happen?
Money bag.
Anyway, that was episode 120 of the Kickin' Shit podcast. Hope we didn't lose any of our women listeners today.
We'll be back next week.
Shit, man, you can listen to this. Thank you. You can subscribe now on the YouTube. Hit the button at the bottom. You can see our handles at the bottom. If you're watching YouTube, you can see James' handle as well, even though he's not here right now. Good pod today, man. Some good conversations, man. Hope we didn't offend anybody. We're not here to offend anybody. Not at all. So if you were offended, if we said something wrong, write us. Let us know. kickinshitpod@gmail.com, because we want We want to be corrected. We want to learn. We want to know what's right. So I'm gonna say that much, man. We're gonna get the fuck out of here, man. Listen, man, one more time. Rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman, man, our king. The great ones are getting up out of here in 2020. We almost out of 2020, man. I want y'all to hold on out there, man.